January 13, 2021, I posted 3,117 to the Anachronisms blog. It's called Shelter from the Gale Force Winds. We had a good reason to seek shelter, but at that point, the emergency responders had been long shadowed onto the sunny skied horizons. East of the Scaries, too. No outliers, no meanies. Nobody predicted any real tough stuff was astir. Local emergency managers were concentrating as far away from the news as possible, pinning down timelines, gridded and chaptered by quadrant, of the transport of the shelter population up and into the newly upgraded hotel caverns alongside and directly abutting the range's continuous line of cliffs. In the strongest part of the front, offshore winds were being blown into blue glass in front of temporarily amused children. Homework blew before their noses like maple leaves, with synchronic slaps of fresh seagull poop plopping like paper flattened against each full window. Mostly unpersoned kitchens, kitchenettes, and break rooms downtown piped out baritoned with occasional sleet, some snow off the peninsula, and thought to be the harshest in this region in a decade, as the same were invariably unnoted. Bitterly cold and wet conditions emblazoned the tops of cartoon hemispheres like courses of scrunched-amok bright-colored aurorae polaris that formed solid embankments, or as one daredevil proclaimed, simultaneous explosions, all the way to the Great Wall of China. These tidbits were caught in the corners of a few eyes that were always on the aware, mostly those of mothers. Offshore, 6 ferries and other carriers were parked, knotted each to the next in order to provide possible shelter to residents in both neighboring countries, neither population in the nail-biting business, as it were. A hurricane was recorded and then disregarded down central, along with the arrival of Gale Force Winds. A system of shipments from the frontier somehow survived completely intact, it would be noted in several sermons dotting the rural areas a couple of stiff days later, including a vessel carrying plutonium, This got the kids bundled goofily and God knows what, all a titter again. The officers will soon be released from duty to seek shelter themselves. The center of the storm, a public school or other structure, parts of the old country, or off the coast where everyone had begun speaking Portuguese just because of it being such a beautiful language. The talking heads persisted. Items they meant all to consider included as possible shelter: a bathtub, an inside room, a closet, your school, or any embankment at least twice taller than yourself, alongside other repetitions such as cutting snow, snow caves, Bantry Bay, among the more than 50 dead pigs and 17 young dandies, all on the same farm, ice and snow as far as the eyes will have it, as Mawson says, our own makeshift driftwood shelter, which some take to mean entire kegged hallways full of gin.